Welcome to another edition of Bulls Roundup. Along with Mike Lefko, I'm Jim Lauk. Exciting time of year for fall sports, deep into their conference seasons, and a lot going on. We'll have head volleyball coach Courtney Draper with us later in the show. We'll also jump ahead a little bit to spring and visit with USF baseball and softball. They are going through practice now, getting ready for their spring seasons. Let's go back to fall right now, though, and take a look at what's going on throughout the department. Mike, a lot of soccer action at Corbett Stadium.
Yeah, fun time for both women's and men's soccer. Women's soccer team was the last unbeaten team in the nation. They were 8-0 on the year. Now that did come to an end with a loss against SMU. The team bounced back. They beat Houston and have a big match coming up at home against UCF. That's part of that War on I-4 rivalry series, and the Bulls lead the Knights 6-3 overall in the standings right now. That's the final home game for the Bulls before they head on the road for 2 at Temple and then at preseason pick to win the league, UConn. Well, for men's soccer, they're 1-1 in conference. They have another tough slate coming up the rest of the way, and they have a big match coming up at home, and then they're going to go on the road for a few. Men's soccer still in the thick of things. They'll also step out of conference play with a match against Florida Gulf Coast coming up next week.
Volleyball's been busy. They've already wrapped up 10 victories on the season, including a perfect 7-0 record at home. They just got off the road where they split a couple of matches at Cincinnati and East Carolina. They have conference home matches on Friday and Sunday, then head back out on the road, but then a long homestand later on in the month of October. Football, now 4-1 on the season, a dominating win at Cincinnati. 45-20 was the final. This was a close game at halftime. Bulls only up 4, but they really dominated in the second half. And Marlon Mack became USF's all-time leading rusher, breaking Andre Hall's mark on a 49-yard touchdown run that helped seal it for the Bulls. So that's a quick look around the department. A lot of things going on, and we will have volleyball coming up with Courtney Draper. When we return, we'll visit with women's basketball. They've got a new head strength coach as they prepare for their season beginning, believe it or not, next month. Stay with us. More to come on Bulls Roundup.
I told my friends it's a real life drama I recommend. It touches your heart, it opens your mind. It's part of your history, part of our times. Every day's another sequel and the ending's up to you. The amazing story, the amazing story.
Tampa Bay Times, official newspaper of the USF Bulls.
When you need game day precision to sear, saute, or simmer, call on natural gas. With tight temperature control and instant on-off settings, you can entertain your fans at home anytime. People's Gas. We're delivering the natural choice more Floridians enjoy. Learn how you can earn up to $1,750 in cashback allowances with our energy conservation rebates at peoplesgas.com/enjoy.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that. Let's see what the doctor says.
Hello? Hi, sweetie. Okay, can you open your mouth? Yeah, that's going around. I'll send in a prescription.
Thanks, Doc.
Not you, too.
Welcome back to Bulls Roundup. It may be hard to believe, Mike, but we are about 4 weeks away from men's and women's USF basketball season.
Yeah, I feel like we still are in the midst of fall sports with basketball season's right around the corner. For the USF women's team, new faces. No more Courtney Williams, no more Alicia Jenkins, a big new recruiting class, and a new strength coach.
It started being a Division I athlete and being in athletics throughout my entire life. Working with Division I athletes, they're the elite, the best of the best in the country. So with the opportunity to do this, you continue to work with them, but you kind of develop more of a one-on-one intimate relationship with them. Seeing them progress from being a baby or a kid when they come in as a freshman to a grown adult ready to kind of conquer the world as a senior is a pretty special experience.
And I actually didn't think that we could get another coach as good as Coach Hart, but I think we found a good one. Coach Reisig's really awesome. We like him a lot.
It's definitely different because he works differently. Like, we have different practices, we do agility, we run, we condition, we lift. We did all that stuff with Coach Hart too, but with Coach Bryce, it's just his work strategies, they're similar, but at the same time, they're different.
Myself, I'm an Olympic-based strength coach, so we'll do a lot of Olympic liftings, hang cleans, hang snatches, overhead squats, those types of movements. I would show once or twice, and boom, they would get it right away. We're already week 6 in preseason. I mean, they come in, they're ready to go, and there's, you're still teaching and coaching, but they adapt a lot more quickly than I'm used to in my previous stop.
Imagine if it was silent, if the weight room was silent, if the gym was silent while we were running. I don't think we would even get into shape, because with all the silent stuff, without the energy, we're having fun, and at the same time, we're working really hard, and it's all about the grind.
The level of athleticism is very different. Now moving back to D1, it's elite of the elite, the best of the best. So that gives them, they see it once, they do it once, and they've kind of adapted right away. So we can kind of move a little bit faster in the programming and conditioning and the speed and the agility and those types of things because they pick it up so quickly.
He's trying to get us in shape a little bit, not as fully, because once we get into the official practice, we're gonna get in shape faster because we're gonna play against us and all the stuff. Now it's more core things, running. It's a little bit boring for us because we wanna play with the ball, but it's things that we have to do.
Hopefully I'm here to kind of help continue to build on that success. Keeps the job more interesting because I don't like to lose, probably even more so than the girls do.
Once he said to me that he hates losing a lot. Like, he hates losing more than everyone else together on this team. And I was like, well, that's not possible because I'm the same. I can't stand losing, and I'm going to do anything to win. The team has the same attitude. The team wants to win, and it's all about working hard and becoming something big.
The resources, again, the experience of the coaching staff, the experience of Coach Hart, in the same office with Michelle as our athletic trainer, it's tremendous. Coach Jose's been around for a long period of time. The rest of the assistants have been around in their experiences. So you're getting a wide variety of experiences and a wide variety of people with a knowledge of the game. And then again, the facilities are tremendous. I mean, we have our own basketball-specific weight room. It's hard to beat something like that.
Hey, let's have a great day. Let's have a great week. Here we go. Win the day on 3. 1, 2, 3. Win the day. Get to win.
Women's basketball opens against North Florida November 15th in the Sun Dome. Before your time, Mike, but way back in the 1980s, USF men's basketball had a great rivalry with UAB. Murray Bartow was a big part of that for the Blazers, first as a player, later as a head coach. Fast forward to 2016, and Murray Bartow is now a USF Bull.
I'm Murray Bartow, and new assistant basketball coach, and thrilled to be here at USF.
The way Coach Bartow became on our radar is he's someone that I've known for a few years. Came to our attention that he was interested in maybe trying to get back into college. Someone with that kind of pedigree, the background, who's coached alongside so many great coaches, and then who's been a head coach himself at various places and has had success. I thought it was a great fit.
I'm an old guy, so I've been a long-time head coach, and I just want to assist Orlando in any way that he feels that I can assist him. That's really what I'm here for. I don't think it'll be more defense or more offense, but I've been a head coach for 18 years. We've been part of some good teams. I've taken 4 teams to the NCAA tournament, so I just think I'm one of the other assistants. I'm going to be right there with Rod and right there with Sergio, and just trying to help Orlando and trying to help this program continue to develop, continue to get better. Guys have been very receptive. I'm a pretty blunt guy in practice, so I kind of say what's on my mind, good or bad. But I think these guys want to be coached.
Right off the bat, every one of our players appreciated that, and that's the first thing everybody talks about. You know, when we first got to meet him in the first practice, you know, he was telling everybody, like he's been around us before, oh, you're doing this wrong, you need to be doing this, or this is how you should do it, and, you know, players appreciate that.
I've already seen that the relationships that he's building with our students, which is great to see. I mean, he's an easygoing, fun-loving guy, but he's very intense when it comes to the stuff on the court.
You know, I've seen it just in the interaction with Sergio and Rod and Coach Antigua. I think they want to be coached. I think they want to get better. Obviously, we've got a lot of work to do to make progress and to get better, but it's a fun group of guys. It really is. Good personalities, fun to be around.
He's brought major intensity. I mean, he comes to practice every day with the same mindset. You know, his demeanor never changes. He's always vocal, he's blunt. He always, you know, is trying to get us to do the right thing, and he's a perfectionist. I feel like everybody accepted him with open arms. We've been having a great time with him so far. You can tell he's been a head coach before.
You know, having the year to kind of reflect a little bit and work on the TV side is an experience that he'll definitely tap into, just because you do get that time to see the way some other programs do differently. And in basketball, there's a million ways to coach this game.
I think we've got a chance to really take a real step up this year. I like our players and I like what we're doing. I've loved being around Orlando to this point. I think he's got a bright, bright future. Every day is going to be fun. Practices are going to be fun. Being part of the games are going to be fun. I'm thrilled to be here. I love Tampa. The people here at USF have been great, very friendly. Met a lot of the coaches, met a lot of the administration, so I'm thrilled to be here.
Men's basketball begins its regular season Friday, November 11th. That'll happen in the Sundome. We come back here on Bulls Roundup. We'll talk to a coach who has seen her team get off to a fast start in the Sundome. Head coach Courtney Draper joins us next on set to talk about the Bulls volleyball team after this.
We are American. We have the grit to dig deep and the courage to stand together. For us, it's all or nothing. You see, that's power. We are power.
Hi, your house here. Did you know I'm wasting your energy and money? Tampa Electric can help. Call for a free home energy audit, and an energy analyst will inspect your ductwork and insulation. Check windows and doors for leaks. Examine heating and cooling systems. All the places energy can be lost. The analyst will recommend solutions and even offer you rebates. Call Tampa Electric today to learn about all its energy-saving programs. They're free. Tampa Electric, the power to save you money.
Oh, hi, your computer here. Did you know I can help you save money on your electric bill with Energy Planner from Tampa Electric? This interactive energy management program puts you in control of your energy costs by giving you access to lower rates that are available 87% of the time. It's easy, it's free, and they'll even show you how to make the most of it. Sign up for Energy Planner, only from Tampa Electric. Tampa Electric, the power to save you money.
When you need game day precision to sear, saute, or simmer, call on natural gas. With tight temperature control and instant on-off settings, you can entertain your fans at home anytime. People's Gas. We're delivering the natural choice more Floridians enjoy. Learn how you can earn up to $1,750 in cashback allowances with our energy conservation rebates at peoplesgas.com/enjoy.
The University of South Florida is a regional powerhouse with global significance, leading advances that are changing the world. Now a leader among the nation's universities in research, healthcare, and just being cool. The place where young men and women train to become the best.
This is where the Bulls run.
I laughed, I cried, I told my friends it's a real life drama I recommend. It touches your heart, it opens your mind. It's part of your history, part of our times. And the days are not a sequel, the ending's up to you. The amazing story, the amazing story.
Tampa Bay Times, official newspaper of the USF Bulls.
Welcome back to Bulls Roundup. We're joined now by the head coach of the volleyball team, Courtney Draper. Coach, you guys had a very nice win over ECU this past weekend, and in that performance, Clara Payne was named to the conference honor roll. What did she do well offensively?
She worked so hard in transition. A lot of teams are kind of a one-man show, and that's not us at all. We really try to spread out the offense. In the 6 weeks that we've been into the season, we've had 5 different players make the conference honor roll, weekly honor roll. So, I mean, that's, you know, we've had an outside, we've had a right side, a middle, a setter, a libero. So that's really just saying that, you know, lots of different parts of our team are stepping up in a big way.
You're back home this weekend. You have 2 matches against Tulane and against Houston. This is kind of the first double home weekend. I know the last time you were at home didn't have this Friday, Sunday. Is that any different for you, or now you're used to it because this is kind of what conference play is like?
Yeah, I think that we're ready to go on a Friday and Sunday. You know, our first 4 weeks of the season, we play Friday, Saturday, back-to-back days, 3 matches in 2 days. So that's a lot to prepare for. When you look at conference play, nice to have a day in between to do a little extra prep on the second opponent. And we're just really excited to be back at home.
I was going to say 7-0 at home so far this season. So what has been nice about playing at home this year?
We've had great crowd support. We've been in the Sundome quite a bit. This weekend we'll be back in the Corral. A lot of people say that the Corral is a really tough place to play because we do pack it. It's a really fun environment, not only for our girls but for the fans.
How do you keep this team from maybe not getting fatigued, but there's still a lot of volleyball left? You've already played a good chunk. So how do you keep them fresh and motivated?
You know, we're still implementing new drills in practice and changing things up. It's never a set lineup. You know, we're playing mixed teams every day in practice to make sure they go hard and give their best volleyball to make their teammates better.
Should be an exciting time for volleyball this weekend. That's 7 o'clock on Friday at home against Tulane, and then the weekend concludes with Houston Sunday at 1. More Bulls Roundup coming up after this.
We are American. The conference of opportunity. The opportunity to chase dreams. The opportunity to make your mark and change the game. Because that's power. We are power. We are American. We have the grit to dig deep. And the courage to stand together. For us, it's all or nothing. You see, that's power. We are power.
Ooh, I don't like the sound of that. Let's see what the doctor says.
Hello? Hi, sweetie. Okay, can you open your mouth? Yeah, that's going around. I'll send in a prescription.
Thanks, Doc. Not you, too.
The University of South Florida is a regional powerhouse with global significance, leading advances that are changing the world. Now a leader among the nation's universities in research, healthcare, and just being cool. The place where young men and women train to become the best.
This is where the Bulls run.
What a great season it has been for USF women's soccer national rankings. A lot of victories, and today on Bulls Roundup, we'll meet 3 members of that team that literally grew up together around the soccer playing fields.
I first met Brittany and Nikki when I was about, I think, 11 or 12. They knew each other before I joined the team, but we were pretty young, so about 10 years ago we met.
I've known Nikki since I was about 5 and just joined our team about age 10 or 11.
I was so young, I don't even remember my first impression of Brittany. We've literally been, like, the 2 of us have been together for, like, ever, it feels like.
We were always, like, kind of the 3, like, key players on our team, and we worked really well together. But, I mean, obviously when we were really young, I never thought that we would be together in college, and it's just been a really good experience to be able to be together for that long. Because, I mean, I know them so well, and we just kind of know how each other play. Like, I know how well they play as well as I know myself.
Mine and Brittany's high schools had like a typical rivalry between the 2, so that was always a fun game.
We would go to club practice and then be like, see you tomorrow at the field during our high school games, so it was pretty fun. I mean, we were all at different high schools and we would play each other, and we were in the same district and we would play for district championships.
Jess may have had the best team, but we still fought it out every time. With Nikki's team, we kind of had like an inter-school rivalry every time, so it was about every year we trade off wins, and my team won the last year, so that felt good.
I was actually the first one committed here, but I never told either of them when I did. I didn't want to help influence their decision at all.
The funniest thing was I've known Nikki forever. She's one of my closest friends, and she had already been committed for like 3 months, and when she says she never told us, she never told us. I just kind of walked up to her one day and was like, hey, I just committed to USF. She's like, congrats, I've been committed there 3 months. I was like, cool, I get to continue this journey with my best friend. And then Jess came along, I think a few months later than that.
The fact that they were here and that we got to live together freshman year was really good for me, because I felt like coming into college, that's a hard transition, and I had 2 girls that I've known for 10 years. It was kind of like living with my sisters, so it was good.
All 3 of us are very competitive people, so we just like to make each other better, and we always provide each other with like the encouragement we need to keep getting better each day.
I do think that we haven't changed that much growing up, and I like seeing that. Like, they're the same as they were when we were 11 years old, and I don't see them any differently. I see them as like the fun girls that I used to hang out with, and now we're here and we're older and more mature, but we're still all pretty much the same.
It's definitely been different this year with my 3rd ACL tear, not being able to play with these 2 girls that I love so much. It got even sadder when I found out this was going to be Nikki's senior year. So after 15 years, I won't be playing one last game with her. The girls, they've been there before. I tore my ACL our junior year of high school also, and they were incredibly supportive, and they've seen me do this before. So I know that they have complete faith in me that I'll be back on the field, and I know Nikki will come back and watch me in Jess our senior year.
I think it's really nice that we're from Orlando and our families are so close. I mean, obviously growing up, all 3 of us went to our games together. All of our parents came to the games, and after games we would go eat team meals together, and we still kind of do the same thing here. And all of our parents can make the short drive from Orlando, and it's really nice.
Every game day, I can look up there and I see my parents right next to Nikki's and Jess's.
Whether I see Brittany or Jess's parents in the stands, it's almost like seeing my own. So it's so nice to be able to be so close and just see multiple faces that you recognize besides just your families.
It seems like it's no different than back when we were playing club, so it's really nice.
The women play UCF at Corbett Stadium later this week. There's no off-season anymore. USF baseball and softball may be months away from their opening games, but they're already hard at work, and Mike caught up with both teams this week.
Spring is still months away, but the start of fall brought the beginning of baseball practice, and the Bulls were excited to get back on the field.
Well, the big thing is trying to establish your culture. I think every team in the country will tell you that. They're trying to establish their culture, the work ethic, how things are done. We have a good number of returning players, I think, that know what we expect at this point, so now it's a matter of bringing in the new players and making sure that everybody is on the same page.
Great to be back out here. Of course, individuals is always fun. You're kind of in smaller groups, but getting out here in one big group, you get to see what everyone can really do. It's pretty great.
It's been awesome. With the new guys coming in, it seems like we're bonding really well, and we all have a desire to win. We all want to go to Omaha, and that's our goal, and we're putting in the work every day.
Despite losing 2 pitchers to the draft, the team is optimistic about the current crop of arms, a mix of veterans, newcomers, and players returning from injury.
We definitely got a lot of guys that can fill those roles. Like Pete was hurt last year, Mark Savarese was hurt, kind of both can have some big roles in it. And you mix in a couple of freshmen, you got McClanahan coming back. So I think we have got perfect amount of guys to reload and get back to what we were last year with a really good pitching staff.
Well, with all our pitchers, we want to see where they are from a health standpoint, from a production standpoint. Where's their stuff? What kind of shape are they in? So Coach Mo will organize everything from a pitching standpoint. So we'll get a good look at where guys are in their return from injuries, or where they are if they're healthy, where they are, and what are they ready for at this point in the year.
The ultimate goal in the fall: lay a foundation to build on for a successful spring.
Once fall ball is over, we'll get heavy into the strength training. I think we need to be a stronger team than we were last year, but I think that goes for everybody in the country. A stronger team is a better team, so we'll really work hard on conditioning and strength training once the fall ball season is over.
Kick butt in the weight room. Joey Carnes has got us going. We'll go back to 4 times a week, and as long as we keep getting stronger and everything, I think everyone will do their stuff on their own, kind of build on what they're going off of. Again, our coaches are great. They give us a foundation, and that's what we work off of. So as long as we keep getting stronger, I don't see why we can't get any better.
Well, like I said, we all have a desire to win, and that doesn't just come overnight. You know, you got to work at it. You got to work at it hard, and our coaches help us big time with that. And we're motivated. We're motivated. Nobody really believes in us too much, so we got something to prove.
On the other side of GonSmart Family Plaza, the softball team got its fall season underway with a new assistant coach.
Like an old shoe, you know, it fits because of all the information is pretty consistent with what's been going on. And having known Wally over the last 10 years, you know, where we knew we were getting a very quality guy that knows the bat and ball game up and down. So
the important part of fall ball is blending the veterans and newcomers, a process the Bulls embrace each year.
we have a lot of game experience coming back, which is nice. The greatest part for me right now is watching the seniors and the juniors actually doing a lot of teaching on the field. So
I'd say it's definitely getting everyone comfortable with each other. I mean, no one's worked together before except us upperclassmen, so I think it's really just about the freshmen getting acquainted and feeling comfortable with each other and knowing that we have their back.
Example, Aston, like in the outfield, Julie, all of them, they help me so much. Like if I make a mistake, they tell me like it's okay and they show me like what I do, so I can fix it like right away, and it has helped tremendously.
USF has an 8-game fall schedule, with the first game on October 14th. Winning is always nice, but it's not the most important part of these games.
I can see in practices and stuff, like we're doing really good, like everyone's gelling together and we're making progress and stuff, so kind of seeing how everything gets put together. And
definitely getting used to it. It's definitely new for everyone, but I think the biggest thing is how we gel as a team. That's the biggest thing in the fall, is to mesh and understand speed and strength and what we each bring to the table.
and I have no problem with making mistakes this time of year. So we're trying to be as flawless as possible come February 9th. But we know that there's the growing part of a team, and especially college players, you don't know what you're going to get every day. So we're hoping that they can pay attention to details and stay the course.
Set the course, stay the course, and then get ready for spring.
We are American. The conference of opportunity. The opportunity to chase dreams. The opportunity to make your mark and change the game. Because that's power. We are power.
Ooh, I don't like the sound of that. Let's see what the doctor says.
Hello? Hi, sweetie. Okay, can you open your mouth? Yeah, that's going around. I'll send in a prescription.
Thanks, Doc. Not you, too.
We are American. We have the grit to dig deep. And the courage to stand together. For us, it's all or nothing. You see, that's power. We are power.
The University of South Florida is a regional powerhouse with global significance, leading advances that are changing the world. Now a leader among the nation's universities in research, healthcare, and just being cool. The place where young men and women train to become the best.
This is where the Bulls run.
Big week at USF, Mike. Homecoming week, lots of alumni around, always nice to see.
A lot of fun, a big football game to cap it off, and a lot of home events. That's what you always want on homecoming.
That'll wrap it up for this show. Next show, we will have a USF cross-country feature and much more. Until then, thanks for joining us on Bulls Roundup.